Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went to Taif to convey the message of Islam, to convey the message of peace to the people of Taif. Taif is in the north of Makkah al-Mukarramah. It is about 50 to 60 miles away from the city of Makkah al-Mukarramah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went with Sayyidina Zayd bin Harisa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, a servant of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Zayd bin Harisa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam walked to Taif. He went walking to Taif from Makkah al-Mukarramah for 50 to 60 miles away in the north of Makkah al-Mukarramah. And why did he go to those people? Did Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam need anything from them? Was there any greed or any worldly knowledge? Nothing. He just wanted to save them from burying their daughters alive. He wanted them to live like civilized humans. This is the mercy of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The compassion, the mercy, the karam, the benevolence, the inaya, the forbearance of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is the inaya, the karam, the clemency of the beloved of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That beautiful nature of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That beauty of the heart of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is the grace of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then the tolerance of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is also seen in this waqi of Taif. What happened? The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam conveyed the beautiful message of Islam to them. But how did they react? And remember, these are the people of Taif, the Qawm of Taif, or I'll put it in your words, this Bradri of Taif was a lower caste. The Bradri of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was superior. Remember this. Like the way we have in our times now, if you tell someone to go and give dawah to someone, I belong to this particular caste, I go to that person, why should I knock on his door? These people react in such a bad way. You know, I am the so and so of my nation, I am the so and so of my qawm. This is the best of creation, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the people of Taif were nothing compared to the rank of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in that Arabian society at that time. What did the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam do? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam invited them to this peaceful message of Islam. But how did they react? They got little children together. Children, slave girls. In the first row there were little children. In the second row there were slave girls. Then the women, and then the leaders of Taif, the leaders of their biradari, the leaders of their tribe and their caste. And they were all stoning the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, throwing rocks at the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, to that extent that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam started to bleed. Blood started to come out of the body of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Remember, with stones, with one or two stones, blood wouldn't come out. They weren't striking arrows or anything like that. It was stones. Imagine how many times they must have stoned the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam for blood to come out of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's body. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's body was drenched with blood. Blood was coming out of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's feet. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's legs, to that extent that according to one narration, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam fell. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam fell and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam became unconscious. This is the best of creation, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. One narration says that so much blood was flowing out of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's legs that it reached the feet of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and then the feet of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was stuck to the shoes of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Couldn't stand up, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam fell to the ground. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sat down, and they were still throwing stones at Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rocks at Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Little children were being sent, and they would say, go and spit at him. So they would spit at Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, alayhi billah. And then suddenly Zayd bin Harisa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he was a young boy, Zayd bin Harisa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He goes and he was the only one with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He goes and he carries Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam upon his shoulders. He carries and he runs and when he was running, the kuffar, the people of Taif, they were still throwing rocks at Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He couldn't find any place, he couldn't find any refuge. And then he saw this garden in front of him. And this garden, whose garden was it? It was the garden of Utbah bin Rabi'ah, the greatest enemy of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, who was thirsty for the blood of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He wanted to kill Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Utbah bin Rabi'ah's garden was right in front of Zayd bin Harisa. He couldn't go anywhere else. And this Utbah bin Rabi'ah, remember, this is the man who was carrying the flag in the battle of Badr. He was carrying the flag against Islam. He was the leader of the army of the enemies of Islam. And Zayd bin Harisa radiallahu ta'ala anhu had carried Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He went running, he couldn't find any other place. He entered the garden. And when he entered the garden, he placed Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He made Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam lie down under a tree. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was lying down under the tree, Utbah bin Rabi'ah came out. Imagine, this is the man who wanted to kill Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, entire body, blood flowing from the body of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A very stone-hearted man, Utbah bin Rabi'ah. When he saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even his heart was torn into pieces. Even his stone-hearted man, even his heart melted when he saw the best of creation in that state. And he said, wow, oh people of Taif, what have you done to Muhammad? What have you done to Muhammad? Utbah bin Rabi'ah says that. What have you done? Look at the state of Muhammad. What have you done to this man Muhammad? And then Utbah bin Rabi'ah runs, and he lost control when he saw the beautiful Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in that state. He couldn't take it, and he went inside, he went running, and he got a plate, and he put some grapes in the plate to give Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He put some grapes in the plate, he came out, he was about to go to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but again his arrogance, his takabbur. Me, the Prophet knows me, and he knows who I am his enemy. You know, even the enemies of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even though apparently they hated Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but deep down in their hearts, they loved the beauty of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When they saw such beautiful Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in that state, he couldn't stop crying. These are those kuffar, mushrikeen of Makkah. These are those people that when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam migrated from Makkah to Mukarramah to Madinatul Munawwarah, do you know all the goods were with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? All the amanas were with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They were searching for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam left Sayyidina Ali. He left him in Makkah al-Mukarramah. Why? Do you know why he left him in Makkah al-Mukarramah? So that Sayyidina Ali can give back the amanas of the kuffar. People who wanted to kill Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even they knew this, that whatever we have given to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all our goods, all our wealth is safe. That is in safe hands. Even though we want to kill Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the enemies even knew that he is Sadiq and he is Ameen. This was the state of Utbah bin Rabi'ah. Utbah bin Rabi'ah saw that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is in that state, but again he became ashamed. He felt ashamed and reluctant before he was going to give the grapes to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then suddenly Utbah bin Rabi'ah, he calls Addas, one of his slaves. He says, oh Addas, come here. Oh Addas, come here. Addas comes to Utbah bin Rabi'ah. He says, what is it, my master? Utbah bin Rabi'ah says, you know, these words, Allahu Akbar. Utbah bin Rabi'ah says, can you see that man under the tree? Allahu Akbar. Can you see that man under the tree there? Can you take these grapes to him? And can you beg him? Can you say to him, for the sake of the relationship I have with you, O Muhammad, do not refuse these grapes, eat them. For the sake of this relationship that I have with you, accept my gift and eat the grapes. Addas, he went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he presented the grapes to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam picked it up, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. Addas said, we haven't heard of this word before. This is not in our language. This word is not recited. Where has this word come from? The Prophet ﷺ said, where are you from? Addas said, I am from Nainwa. He said, I am from a place called Nainwa. The Prophet ﷺ said, the place of my brother Yunus. The place of my brother Yunus. Addas said, Yunus? How do you, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَنْ Yunus? Oh Muhammad, how do you know who Yunus is? How do you know who is Yunus? The Prophet ﷺ said, I am a prophet of Allah, so is he. Prophets know the prophets. When he said that, Addas, he fell at the feet of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He started to kiss the feet of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Now this was the time when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was heartbroken. You know, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was in that state at that time that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made this famous dua, the dua which is known in the books of Seerah. Allahumma ashku ilayka du'fa quwwati wa qillata hilati. Oh Allah, today I want to question you. Today I want to question you. This is the shikwa of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the court of Allah Jalla wa'ala. Oh Allah, Oh Allah, I want to ask you. The moment Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam questions Allah Jalla wa ala, suddenly Jibreel Amin came from the heavens. Jibreel Amin came from the heavens and he said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah Jalla wa ala has sent me. Allah Jalla wa ala has sent me with the angel of the mountains. And Allah Jalla wa ala has ordered me, if you want to, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I can crush these people between these two mountains. This angel of the mountains is here. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has the hukum from Allah Jalla wa ala. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, order him. Today he will crush these people of Taif between the two mountains. What was the reaction of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Remember, brothers and sisters in Islam, compare the curse of the prophets of Allah and compare that with the mercy of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Compare that with the mercy of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What did the previous prophets do? How did they react? They gave dawah, they conveyed their message, but then ultimately they asked Allah Jalla wa ala to destroy their nations. Oh Allah, farriq, oh Allah, separate us from our people, separate us from these evil people. And here is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the best of creation. Musa alayhi salam cursed his people. Isa alayhi salam cursed his people. Nuh alayhi salam cursed his people. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what did he say? He says no. He says no. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, I have hope in these people. If they do not accept Islam, then I hope the people from their progeny will accept Islam. Today Taif is a beautiful city. It is a city of Muslims. Do you know? There's not a single non-Muslim in Taif. People, everyone in Taif today is a Muslim, is a believer. And that was the message of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.